Okay, so this question here is doing both arithmetic and geometric sequences. Arithmetic, just to remind you, are linear sequences, meaning you have, so for example, this sequence right here, this sequence happens to be arithmetic. Okay, if I look at 21, so 21 minus 15, that is going to give me 6. Okay, so that means 15 plus 6 would give me 21. 21 plus 6 would give me 27. 27 plus 6 would give me 33. Okay. Now we're going to write the formal formula to what we're saying when I do this math. The formal formula is that um, A and then n minus 1. This means the term prior. So that means like the 15, the 21, the 26. Those were the term prior for the term in that sequence that we're looking at, for the term that gave me 33. Okay. Then we're going to add our common difference. Okay. So there's no first term. We don't even need our first term in order to find our recursive formula for the sequence. You will always have that a n minus 1 in the sequence series. So looking at our answer choices, since we already know that this is a arithmetic sequence, we know that we can take out that answer choice because that's multiplying by that previous term. This is also multiplying by that previous term. Now, this is, while technically an arithmetic sequence, none of these in the sequence series are going to be this particular format. This would be looking at the previous term, adding it to the previous two terms, and then adding your a common difference, okay? So we're not going to be that in terms of this. So we know that our answer is going to be plus 6, okay? That's all we're doing on those. I'm going to try to get one that has multiplication. I think if I go to the next level, yep, so this one here has multiplication. Now, I can identify it being recursive, arithmetic versus geometric by looking at, if I say 4 minus 2, that would give me 2. Okay. And 2 plus 2 would give me 4. But if I look at the second term and add that difference to it, so 2, 4 plus 2 is not going to give me 8. And neither is 8 plus 2 going to give me 16. So that's my clue, letting me know that this is a multiplier event. When you're multiplying, you're going to take the second term and divide that by the first term. So 4 divided by 2 is going to give you 2. So we're multiplying by 2. The way that that works for the multiplication for the recursive formula is going to be A is going to be equal to our rate, that 2, times A n minus 1. So you still have that a n minus 1 involved. So I know looking at my answer choices, so here, this one here is an answer choice that would be arithmetic. This one would also not, technically, this would be kind of both, but it's not really. Okay. So we know, and we're not decreasing, we're not multiplying by, well, I take that back. If it's exponential and your rate is negative, it's going to actually oscillate. It'll be negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, because you're going to be multiplying a negative times a negative and then a positive times a negative. Okay. So we know that our rate, when we calculate that, is 2. All right. That's all we're doing on those. Now we're going to go to the next level. The next level is only more difficult just because we're now not getting multiple choice. We have to write our formula. Automatically, I would just go ahead on all of these, write our A and then n minus 1, because we know that that's going to be there. We're looking at the term prior. Now, this happens to be a geometric sequence. So I'm going to take that second term 10, divide that by first term 2. That gives me a rate of 5. So our equation is going to be 5 times our previous term. So I get 50 by taking 10 and multiplying it by 5. I get 250 by multiplying 50 by 5, and so on and so on. Okay. Now let's see if I can get one that is arithmetic. This one is arithmetic. So I'm going to again take my a, n minus 1, and then we are going to add, let me see, that's going to be negative 22 minus 14 gives me negative 8. So we are going down by 8. So I'm just going to subtract 8. Now you can put that 8 like this, or you can bring it in the front. So minus 8 here. Just make sure you're not doing the times a. You need to add the plus a for the previous term. Does that make sense? Because if you keep it without the plus, then you're saying it's a geometric sequence. And that's all you're doing on that problem and those questions. All right? So you should be able to knock that out real quick.